Well, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Mr. Reinert, you are the newest president
I am
of what we used to call the International Dark Sky Association.
Right. The International Dark Sky Association is still our legal name, but we're branding as Dark Sky and DarkSky International. Capital D-A-R-K, capital S-K-Y, one word, Dark
Right.
Sky. You'll
Right.
see it on all our branding. And this is part of a change in the organization to rebrand and to be more assertive on the issue of light pollution, because we've concluded, the amateur astronomers cannot get the job done. We're losing the battle on light pollution. We need a more assertive public policy approach with a broader coalition. People who are concerned about human health, birders and others concerned about biodiversity, people concerned about energy consumption.
That's right. That's right. And of course, there is all of us that love dark skies that are amateur astronomers, but there is a little bit of a challenge that's happened here. Now, there are astrophotographers who've taken real narrowband type of filters and are doing astrophotography from the city. And so, I know that I think the beginning of IDA had a lot to do with amateur astronomers. And of course, you still have that base, but, dark skies is really important from this health standpoint, as you were just alluding to. How is the messaging getting across to, I think it might be a big challenge to get it across to, communities about, hey, we're doing this for your own health.
Right. First of all, astrophotography is great. I love astrophotographers. People like Trevor Jones are very active, very passionate about dark skies. I think what amateur astronomers have to resist is being complacent about light pollution. Do your astrophotography, but support the dark sky movement and continue to be vocal about fixing the problem. I think on outreach, and again, this goes to the amateur astronomy community, we do a lot of outreach in communities. People come see our star parties, telescopes. Every time you have someone in your telescope, you should be talking to them about dark skies and light pollution. And the message you should communicate is, if you can't see the stars in your community, then your health is being jeopardized and the health of the environment in your area is being jeopardized. And I think that's a message that will vibrate with a lot of people and get more activism at the local level and at the national level to address light pollution.
That's right. Yeah, and even in your own neighborhood, because just getting putting your toe in the water about how to develop the dialogue and to learn about the resources that now Dark Sky International has, I think is important. There are, I've lived in neighborhoods. I've moved a lot as a kid and even as an adult around the United States. And I've lived in, I lived in Taiwan, for example, incredibly light polluted. And, I think that when someone is shining a bright light, it goes past your fence line, okay? Goes past your fence line. If you can roll up your shades or open your curtains at night and see light coming from outside into your house, I would say this is just as bad of a problem as somebody turning up, ZZ Top to 10 in next door to you, and
Well, I'll confess, I'm a lawyer by training, and I think light trespass is as bad a problem as someone spending noise or smoke or whatever into your property, and there should be legal claims for it. At the community level, one of the things we're doing now, because Dark Sky Week, it's Dark Sky Week, we go out, we get proclamations from local community governmental bodies. That's not that hard. And you get a proclamation that recites things about dark skies being good, control light pollution. The reason you want those is when you come back to that same city or county council months from now or years from now and say, look, you guys are on record as supporting dark skies. Let's do something about our street lights. Let's reduce the intensity. Let's make sure the color is
not just have the
right.
dialogue, right?
Right. It's not just the dialogue. It's take some action. And those communities where action has been initiated, people don't turn around and say it's dark and I can't see anything. It's responsible lighting that allows them to do their nighttime activities without excessive light pollution. And that's our goal.
That's great. That's great. I personally, I don't know of anyone that's actually really brought a lawsuit against a neighbor or a store.
There are some of them. We actually
so
did
it's actually happening.
We did a research project on this a few years ago that I commissioned, and there are instances, but it's not everywhere. Light trespass is not recognized everywhere. And one of the things I'd like to see in all local statutes is there should be a cause of action for light trespass. If your neighbor is making nuisance lights, you should be able to go sue them and resolve it, settle it.
Sure. And this goes for businesses too. Right. You know, I live in Northwest Arkansas, and Walmart received an award, okay, and it is the Walmart that's right down the street from Expo Scientific for having, the right kind of lighting, the right color and also the right cutoff and everything. When you come into that parking lot, you see, what you see is just light on the parking lot itself. You don't see it going up into the sky.
It can be done right. Sports lighting's another big thing. If you see good sports lighting, it's amazing how they do bright as day lighting, but cutoffs at the edge of the field. Right. And you can do it right. We have the technology, but it takes effort, and you have to be aware. And the problem, most of our problem is stupid lighting. People, contractors
and we're spending the maximum, maximum dollar to keep those things going, and it's not necessary.
And it's not doing the job because it's not on what you want to look at. It causes glare. It causes all sorts of problems.
Right.
But we have to educate people. I think the awareness is increasing. You're seeing articles about light pollution in all sorts of periodicals and online. I think the message is getting across. And I think we're at a turning point on light pollution, but it has to be followed up with more activism across the communities. The amateur astronomers should be an important part of that coalition and be heard, because we're all over the place.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
It was a pleasure. And thank you for your support for Dark Skies. You're a former board member. Your Explore Scientific's been great. And I should say the prior guests, Astronomers Without Borders, their founder, Mike Simmons, is on my board.
Yeah.
And yet we're a small, tight community, but we need to expand the scope of the people who are concerned.
Yeah, well put. We'll expand the scope. So, so anyhow, remember, I mean, it's Global Astronomy Month. We have Astronomy Day in there. It's Dark Sky Week, This is like Christmas time for, dark skies and astronomy and all things in the cosmos here. So thanks again, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. And remember, we're going to have to watch again on this channel, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. We want to say hi to all of our friends on Facebook Astronomy Club and also the Astronomical League. This is one of the most vibrant and important meetings that you can go to look at all the products and everything from all the different manufacturers. Visit all the important organizations that are supporting our community and also see incredible lectures. So come to NEAF here in Suffern, New York, if you could make it. If not, certainly tune into this program and others that are supporting NEAF. Take care, and we have more programs coming up. Thank you. Yeah.